Hey Aries, welcome to your November 2018 monthly love reading. I am Amanda Fabella. I am also known as the Queer Psychic Queen, and I'm a Scorpio sun, a Sag rising, and a Cancer moon. And this reading would resonate for you for sun, moon, or rising. So any of those, if you have those in Aries, this reading may resonate for you. So today we'll talk about the theme for your love life in November, the other person's feelings. So whoever you have in your mind right now, that person's feelings in November. And then we'll talk about the outcome for your love life in November. So okay, interesting. So the theme of your love life in November is very soon. This kind of signals to me, and when I was shuffling the cards before your reading, I also kind of felt like this. It kind of just feels like you've been waiting for a while for things to get better, but you haven't really been acting differently within your relationship. So if you're single, you haven't really been acting differently to get someone, but you're feeling lonely to be with someone. If you're in a relationship, you're not super satisfied, but you haven't been doing a lot as far as communication, actions, taking steps to make it better. You haven't been taking a whole lot of steps to make it better. You've just kind of been hoping it will get better and just kind of telling yourself that it'll be better. It'll be better soon. That's the message that I'm getting with that card. So in November, what I'm getting with this very soon card is that there will be some sort of reconciliation. There will be some sort of final conversation. Like, I'm getting that for some of you, Aries, it will be a final conversation, and for some of you, it will almost be like a renewing in your relationship that makes it that much stronger. So, for some of you, I'm feeling like Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde is from October 5th to November 16th when Venus is moving backwards. Typically, issues can come to the surface that haven't in a while. Things that you've just been kind of okay with are finally feeling like very annoying to you about your relationship. If you're single, it's the time where you kind of reminisce and think about your previous relationships and how those were good and how those were bad and what you miss and what you don't. It's like all sorts of emotions. And so this time has brought up a ton of emotions for you guys. And you guys are also fire signs. So you have that steady base of emotions that you do detach yourself from frequently, but you are aware. You're with it enough to know that things haven't been going the way that you anticipated that they would be going or hoped they would be going. I'm even getting that, you have even, so I said earlier that you've been hoping things would get better without trying too hard. I even am getting that you have tried a few things to make it better, as far as speaking up for yourself and saying what you want. And those things that you did express yourself about, they did not go exactly how you thought they would with your partner. So for the other person's feelings, the card that I pulled was the Express Your Love card. The Express Your Love card in the position of the other person's feelings, it means that there is something that they want to say, but they haven't really felt safe enough to say it. So whoever you're picturing right now would be who this reading is about. They've been wanting to tell you something, and I'm almost feeling like this is very specific, but I'm almost feeling like you have been feeling sort of detached, and you've sort of been feeling like pulling away, but not because of the fact that you don't like the other person, but more of you're just not sure how to solve it. And I'm getting that the other person is kind of doing that thing where I don't know if you've ever talked to somebody like this, had a friend, had a lover, had a partner like this. They're pretty expressive. They're pretty communicative. They'll talk to you about stuff. Like if you want to talk to about something with them, if you're upset, you can go to them. I'm kind of getting that your partner is kind of like this, but then like it's just not exactly like they don't communicate exactly what they feel. You know what I mean? Like the person is communicative. Like the person is talking. The person is talking about their feelings. The person is saying how they feel, but they're not saying really how they feel. They're not lying to you. They're just sugarcoating it. They're just making it sound better than it is. So it feels like there's communication going on, but it's not getting to the heart of the like real issue, what is going on in your relationship. So this month, the other person, especially with like Venus going direct, I mean, Mercury is going to go retrograde right after that. But as far as love, it'll make things clearer for sure. So it feels like this month they'll feel clear enough in how they feel to express themselves to you. Now, like what I was saying earlier, how it feels like you're kind of detached right now because you're just not sure how to handle it. You don't exactly like them less. Sometimes you feel like you do, but you don't overall. When you think about it like in a grounded place, you don't like the person less. You're just unhappy with the way things are going right now. So you've kind of detached yourself. What I'm seeing your partner do, especially with this Express Your Love card coming up for their feelings for this month, November, I'm seeing your partner do that thing where people like notice you're pulling away, so they push harder. And this is going to annoy you. Your guides are like pretty honest right now. This is kind of going to annoy you, but this is going to be what pushes the conversation that needs to be had. So this is going to be what pushes the conversation that needs to be had. So it's like this tension building. This is exactly like what Venus in retrograde like does. It like brings the emotions to the surface that you had been previously feeling, but like ignites those emotions with like emotion, like feeling, like you want to act upon how you feel and like communicate and like resolve this issue. Like if you're single, I'm just feeling like so many emotions coming up for the person that you are thinking about, for the person that you're dating. And I'm not feeling like this is going to happen within the first week or two. I feel like it's going to be within the last 2 weeks of November. If you're a single Aries, I feel like you're finally going to come forward with that love offer that you've been thinking about like for a while. So Aries in a relationship, you're going to have the conversation that you've been needing to have. Single Aries with someone that you like, you're going to be having the conversation that you need to have. And then the outcome for November for love is reconciliation. So that's great. That's cool. You would want this card other than something else. So it's like, as you can see, it's like very supportive. It's like someone having someone's back. You know what I mean? That's how it's going to feel. So for the past 3 or 4 months, things have been like wackadoodle cuckoo, not only with your relationship, with you and your own self. I'm getting that your partner is almost more wackadoodle and cuckoo within themselves. Like not crazy, like just like energetically, like kind of all over the place. Things have been like really all over the place for you emotionally. Like you've been going through the motions of life and that's fine and good, but it's like kind of coming up to a time where it doesn't really feel as possible to just go through the motions without saying how you feel. And so the reconciliation card in the outcome position is super positive because it means that even though you've been trying to communicate, even though you've been trying to say how you feel, but it might not be coming out how you thought, even though the person you're with or the person you like might be telling you how they feel, but it's not exactly what they want to say, what needs to be said is going to be said this month. And it's going to have a good outcome. So it's going to result in more closeness in your relationship. So that feels super duper good. As far as the intention for this month for you, Aries, the intention for you for this month, I pull it from the Gabby Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back deck. The intention is, I witness the darkness and call in the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So perceive this relationship through the eyes of the teacher of love. Don't judge the other person. Don't judge yourself for what you have or have not said for the past few months. And see them with the eyes of love, and I see a reconciliation happening. So it looks really good. If you'd like to know more about your love life in November 2018, you can book a reading with me. I have my email in the description below, so you can just shoot me an email and we can get together and set something up. So let me know. I'll be back for the bi-monthly reading soon, and I will talk to you guys soon.